100 and just 100 plus runs, but should look to beat that off, I think, in this session and then go from there.
You ever try writing 600? That's a lot of wickets. Can you imagine one human being getting 600 first-class wickets?
Yeah, especially I have 0, so he has 600 more than me, and I think it's a massive achievement for him. Just recently brought the record for the most wickets regionally, and I think just a testament to how fantastic of a performer he's been in for Sami Pramod.
Well, Casey Carty and Alex Attanes has come out. This is a brand new day. It's day 2, and Hakeem Jordan is starting around the wicket. 2 slips, a gully, a backward point, a cover, mid-on, mid-off, short mid-wicket. Jordan to Attanes, and Attanes squared up. First up, and delivery bang on target straight away from Hakeem Jordan. He would have bowled some 6 overs on day 1, not for 14. Very interesting day, interesting times for West Indies cricket. As we know, the ICC T20 World Cup is coming to the Caribbean in 2024. And by July 31st, 2023, we will have the venues confirmed for the West Indies and the United States of America. 2 slips go down, along with Joshua De Silva. Jordan to Attanes. Attanes whipping that. Can't beat the short mid-wicket. And a good start here. Tumbling over there has been Matthew Nandu in that position. Mid-off and mid-off. Very, 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 very close. Hakeem Jordan would really want to be on the money very early. Here we go. Around the wicket comes Hakeem Jordan from the CIE road end. Clipped away. And getting 2 runs quite easily. Just would like to see Nicholas some more intensity of the running. It's early morning. Runs are going to be important here.
Yeah, very important match, I think, for Casey Carty. When you look at the volume of work this season, played the 3 first-class matches before going on West Indies duty, and the way he began as well, with that 95 against Trinidad and Tobago, I thought this was his chance to really prove himself as someone that can make a breakthrough into that West Indies test side. But I don't find his tournament went where he would have wanted by his standards. So if he can do well in this game, would go a long way for him in terms of trying to knock on that door for selection. Because he's played 40, this being his 41st first-class match for him, and he's only averaged 26. He's a much better player than that.
You know, sometimes, Nikhil, I'm glad that you made that point. When we see the averages and we see the quality of the players, it begs to question how hungry they are sometimes. But Alex Attanes, he's hungry. 647 runs, an average of 64.70, high score of 141. And he's looking to make a statement. 63 for 3. He's 9 Attanes. Back and across and defending a nice delivery from Jordan, who is bang on target.
It's interesting that Jordan has still opted to come from around the wicket. He's bowled all of his overs yesterday, all 6 of them from around the wicket. Then today starting the new day as well. I just wonder if maybe he can try going over the wicket. I know it's a left hand at the crease, but you've got 2 slips and a gully in place. I think you probably access and open up that slip cordon a bit more, coming from over and pushing the ball across.
I've always had this debate with Seth Burton. He's driving, can't beat Shem Holder at backward point. First over of the morning, and we just quietly just get in 2 runs. So Attanes from his overnight 7 goes to 9, and the score quickly moves up to 63 for 3 at the end of that over.
I think additionally as well, when I look at the nature of the player that Alex Attanes is, I would be more inclined to try and bring that outside edge into play, because if he gets any width, he will go after the ball. He's that type of fearless, that type of flamboyant player. So that's an interesting angle of attack that Jordan can think about. From this end, it's going to be Shem Holder, so who bowled well yesterday, picked up the 2 wickets, and he'll be looking to add to that tally, especially on this deck, which has a severe amount of cracks on it, and you could see those begin to open up as we go through the day today, and especially into tomorrow.
I'd just like to, something I was calling for yesterday while I was on stint with Mali and Seth Burton, is especially early, Casey Carty's or not, to be able to just have a silly point in front of him, just apply that extra pressure, just to see how he's going to deal with it. Because when you get on a tour like Bangladesh, in the subcontinent, they're going to be crowding you. 63 for 3. Shem Holder start, stop. And we'll think about going about it. He walks first. He wasn't quite sure. He's got a slip to start with. Ball to Carty, and Carty is coming across and just playing the ball from right under his eyes. It's an off spinner. Holder's already creating some pressure. This is his fourth over, some 17 dot balls within the process. Back and across to a delivery and punching it just there to the short mid wicket fielder. 63 for 3. The manual scoreboard, I think, need to come up to speed. Carty almost ending up in a off balance position. Joshua De Silva didn't take cleanly. Not chirping yet. Badly line delivery there by Shem Holder, and Carty just got inside of it and turned it down to the final leg area, and they come back positively for 3. 66 for 3.
Yeah, something that Team Headley can learn from Team Weeks, who are in batting right now. But yesterday when they were bowling, they had that period where 71-run partnership between Hakeem Jordan and Kevin Hodge. They weren't picking up wickets, but they really made Hodge work hard for his runs. If you can build that pressure on a deck which is still very placid, favours batters probably, I think you still make them work that hard for runs. You could then set yourself up to take a wicket.
Here comes Shem Holder to bowl to the Team Weeks captain Athenes. He's back and just turning this, getting a quiet single, as we would say. He looks like he's in for the long haul. They got to pick that energy up, got to get that intensity up. Would you have started with Shem Holder, Nickel?
Yeah, I think so. I think given the way he bowled yesterday and given what I've seen from that surface, very dry and will spin. So pretty obvious, I think, from Joshua De Silva.
Good call. Down the onside and playing it down to the man on the 45, Hakeem Jordan. So over comes to an end. 67 for 3. 1 for 2, 2 for 50, 3 for 61, and some 24 overs bowl.
I wonder how long he will persist with Hakeem Jordan before looking at some of his other options. Someone like Anderson Phillip only bowled 4 overs yesterday. Same with Marquino Mindley. Mindley was a bit expensive even though he picked up the 1 wicket. I think it was 5 no balls he bowled. Struggled with that rhythm.
Jordan continues around the wicket to Athenes. Athenes driving through cover for 4. And that's what Nickel was talking about. Once he's given width, he's going to pounce on anything that is wide.
Yeah, top class shot from the young man who's hunting a score because he missed out in that first game. However, I don't think you mind that if you're Hakeem Jordan, because the way that Athenes will play, you're always in with a chance. He's got a pat slip cordon, very wide of the crease as well, trying to get that ball as straight as possible, but didn't execute on that occasion. Real half volley, too easy for Athenes.
1 for 3. Athenes just turning this into the leg side area, and he gets 2 runs quite easily. So Jordan not into the rhythm yet, and I want to support my colleague Nika, who feels that he can maybe just come over the wicket. He's coming around the wicket to the left-hander, but I think when you come over the wicket, you're sort of trapping the left-hander on his blind side. And I've always had this discussion with Seth Burton and Mali in terms of why we feel that we've got to come around the wicket. I think you're playing in the favor of the left-hander most of the times. Jordan, arms pumping. Yes. Ken is pushing that delivery and he's just working it. Getting an easy single.
I think what he may be thinking, Akeem Jordan, naturally he gets the ball to go away from the left-hander. So he's trying to angle the ball in and just let it move away. However, this ball hasn't done too much since really the 10th over. I haven't seen much lateral movement. So I think the straight line that he's bowling has been just too easy for the left-handers. Rifa played it well. Now Athenaeus as well.
74 for 3. Someone can get a message to the folks on the manual scoreboard. They're 4 runs behind. Jordan to the right-hander, Casey Carty. Carty driving, just pushing it. Ambrose can't stop the single at mid-off. Umpire Gregory Bradwick deciding that he's going to go from east to west. I think there's a little shower also coming down. Slight drizzle. Nothing much to be alarmed about. But you never know these days. Strange things have happened. Groundsmen are getting into position. Athenaeus 17.
Yeah, this is what I like about this young man, Alec Athenaeus, and I saw it in the first class season as well. He is extremely hungry. Very hungry to score runs. Didn't get many in that first game. Didn't trouble the scores in the first innings and just got the one not out in the second. And in this game, he knows the importance of cashing in. He's just been picked in that West Indies side for those South Africa tests. Didn't get an opportunity, but he knows how difficult it will be to sustain that place.
He's driving again through the offside. Sweet. 4 more.
Yeah, this is Alec Athenaeus at his best. And he's really on the charge this morning. A couple of half volleys in the over, and both times he pounces.
Yeah, score in the meantime goes up to 79 for 3. And Akeem Jordan just not looking himself at all. Rhythm-wise, and as Nickel called it out right, this is a different surface. This is a surface where you're going to have to really hit the deck. And not much. It's going to be swinging around. 79 for 3, 25 overs bowled. And Shem Holder will continue from the media center in here at the home of Cricket West Indies here in Coolidge in St. John's, Antigua and Barbuda, with the Visibird International Airport at the back of us. So good afternoon to John Maynard and all the folks who are viewing and listening to us. Casey Carty, maybe the rain just coming down there. Just wasn't quite sure, wasn't ready yet. I think it's almost like a slight passing shower. Seems to have gone past us. No breeze at all, a very slight breeze. Here's Carty on driving down the ground to Kyron Powell. No, sorry, it's Moti. Is it Moti? No, it's Powell. He's changed his number? Oh, he didn't find a shirt.
Yeah, to me, just too easy on that length from Shem Holder. Casey Carty still in his first 10 deliveries. Just find that they've been pretty loose to him.
Here we go. Here is the delivery, which seems like an under edge nickel. And it sort of went over the first slip.
By signal.
By signal.
I think it may have hit one of those cracks that we speak about, and it just really rose off of that crack. So that could be a sign of what's to come later today.
Yeah,
just hitting that rough area outside of the off stump for the left-handers. And to be honest, I look at both ends. There is that similar rough patch from the bowlers follow through from yesterday for the left-handers. So Athenaeus and those to come are going to have to work hard for these runs, especially against the spin when they continue to target that area.
They trail by 93 as we speak. 84 for 3. Holder. Nicholas says that Athenaeus is a busy player. He's already demonstrated that he wanted to have a switch hit there. Holder. Thinking about it. Start, stop, in, out to bow to Athenaeus. Athenaeus is back and just stylishly turning it up to the short mid wicket. Justin Graves comes around. And No runs at the moment. Still 84 for 3. Clip this into the square leg area. We'll get 1 run. Score goes up to 85. Athens goes up to 22. Carty 5. Think a good knock here from Carty today will give him some confidence. Need some runs under his belt. $85 for 3. They trail by 92. $85 for 3. They still working out the concept. So over completed. 26 overs bowled. Nickel. Pretty quiet start.
Yeah, they've looked at ease, and I think that tells you about this surface. Even though some balls have spun, I don't think it'll be too challenging initially. However, as the day goes on, especially dependent on conditions and atmospheric temperature, I think we could see how quickly this surface begins to dry out. I should say get even drier. They do have a fair arsenal of spin, this team Headley side.
So they trail by 92 runs, and Jordan has listened to you, Nickel. He switched from around to over now. Let's see if he'll get some more purchase. Clipped away. They're thinking about 2. You could hear that. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And Macho Nando with the pads on is being asked to go in.
They want him behind or in front?
They want him behind or in front. They want him behind, because Athens tends to play that ball into that area. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, I wonder if we could see some of Calvin Hodge today. Burley is the second spinner in this Team Headley side from that end that Jordan is bowling from, with his left arm spin, because looking at the roster, other than Shem Holder, it's mainly just seam in terms of the frontline bowlers. So Hodge may be required. Saw Alec Athens in the last game bowl as well, but he's of course in the middle batting. So it just shows that part-timers have had to chime in at times. Today could be the day for Hodge.
That's an important point that you raised there, Nicole. I was also looking at the balance of the teams here. You have someone like just a Shem Holder alone as the lone spinner. Back and across and defending nicely.
I think when they put the sides together, they wanted to give each team an off spinner and a left arm spinner. Gudikesh Moti, who's with this Team Headley side, still injured, so not ready to play a full 4-day matches yet. So unfortunately, Team Headley have almost suffered because of that. But Hodge is very capable, bowled at the first class level for a long time.
Jordan searching for that rhythm. Steered down to third man for 4. Just opened the face of it. Found the gap. Hits the rope now. Good control shot. Jordan not having a good day here at all. Didn't start well yesterday. And he continues. 91 for 3. Let's look at this replay here by Ronnie. We consider to be a whiz. Soft hands.
Yeah, unfortunate for Jordan, because he went into that gap between the two slips and the gully, but not a terrible delivery by any means. And I think he's causing a bit more problems from over the wicket. So good tactic to change that angle of approach.
Athens 28. Tucking him up. Sort of hitting him high on the tie pad. Even though it was pitch between middle and leg, Athens didn't make contact. This is Jordan's 9th over, not for 34. Carty 5, Athens 28. Didn't bounce enough. Missed out on it. And the end of over number 27, 91 for 3.
Another bad over from Hakeem Jordan. I wonder though if Joshua De Silva will be inclined to go with someone else. Someone like a Marquino Mindley or Anderson Phillip from that end. Because it's looked pretty comfortable against Jordan. Shem Holder though, on the other hand, will have to do a lot of bowling today. As the only real frontline spinner in this side. Don't think he'll mind that though, Holder, because he's always loved bowling a lot of overs. Gives him a chance to sort of work out a batter. Especially with Alec Athanaze at the crease. Left-hander, ball spinning away from him. Captain will want to keep Holder into the attack.
Carty just nudges this down into the leg side area. We get a couple of runs quite easily. We have a lot of folks who are following us also via the social media platform and engaging us. So we thank you almost for your engagement. And we say good day to Elaine Turner and her entire crew, her mother, her fans, who she's not here at the cricket yet, but she's following it very closely. And sends her greetings to Nickel and to Mali and to Seth. Score in the meantime goes up to 93 for 3. And for the fans' engagement on our YouTube, we thank you very much for engaging us, and thank you for tuning in to Cricket West Indies YouTube channel.
An extra fielder has gone into the leg side, and they've brought a man catching almost under the bat. Almost like a leg slip, a very wide leg slip, right of screen.
I think that came straight off of the pad. Carty is indicating I didn't play that. And if I played it, I don't think that the either short legger would have been able to catch it if I made contact with it. Let's look at the replay.
Well, straight away after inserting that extra fielder on the onside, I don't think there was any bat involved, but Holder was disappointed. But you can see the intent. Something Kevin St. Clair did yesterday, getting the ball just spin back and be very straight to the right-hander.
Time he sort of pulled the length down on that one, allowed Carty to play off of the back foot. Just want to just get it above his eye line. 2 for 10. Shem Holder is into his 6th over. Carty undriving. So much better shot. Down to Kyron Powell.
Something I wonder that Shem Holder could do is take from Kevin St. Clair yesterday, who bowled and used the crease really well. It was very wide to the right-hander. Tried to start those deliveries wide and almost spin through the gate. On a surface like this where some deliveries are spinning, you never know. So something he could think about as well. But to the left-hander, tactics change. Slip in place and silly mid-on.
So Joshua De Silva still trying to get wickets, or maybe placed a silly point in front of Athanaze. Just scoop this one up and get in a quiet single. So not much explosive this morning outside of Athanaze spanking 2 boundaries off Jordan. It's been a roller coaster morning so far. Carty, 8. Slip go down. Leg slip, silly point. Back and across. And keeps that one out. So 28 overs bowled. 95 for 3. Team Headley scoring 177 all out of 65.2 overs. Kevin Hodge top scoring with 67.
Yeah, I know in the longer format, everyone always speaks about